Have you fixed?
I have fixed.
Okay.
I think.
You say so.
I certainly hope so.
Trust you.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know.
Well, hello, my big nerd friend. What's shaking?
Hello, nerd friend.
Hello, Nerdle. I call one of my kids that Nerdle.
Nerdle?
Nerdle, yeah, little
I thought that
Nerdles.
was a game that I played on the phone every morning before I go to
Oh,
work.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
My wife plays that. Joe Bohannon, what's happening? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Let's see. Let's try this again because I still don't see us.
I found us. I show that we're cooking with gas.
I don't see us on the tube of you.
On the
That was my only
tube
problem. I see the chat. I
you.
just don't see the tube.
The tube of you.
Yeah, I don't see us on there.
Well,
We're here. Oh, yeah.
let's see why that might be.
So tonight we've got some news. We've got coin show news.
Buddy.
We have a new sponsor.
Oh my.
We're doing our coolest thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
And otherwise I'm not really sure what
I
what's
got
gonna
us.
happen.
I got us up on the tube of you. We're fine.
Do you?
I do.
Okay. I've heard that story before. I'm sorry.
I found it. Nope, we're good. We're good. Sorry, things got a little hectic there.
Hey, no worries. I just want to make sure that we're there for our friends. And we've got taffy coins and nice nugs hanging out.
Man, some of the people in this chat, my friend, are not making are picking on us.
How so?
Stephen Mayer says, "Good evening. I guess the Colts and the Bears aren't playing tonight."
Wow.
I know.
You know what? That is fine. I like that in him.
I'm gonna ban that guy. I'll be right back.
You are correct. The Colts
No.
and the Bears are not playing tonight. While we bring you a special "You're Not Watching the Football Game" version of the Coin Show podcast.
Hey, Nick's on. Flag City Parts is on. What's shaking, everybody? Good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We're just gonna kind of bebop around here for a few minutes, and then we'll fire this thing off. I am stoked to be doing a show tonight because I have a coin show tomorrow. So
Yes, you do.
I do. I have a coin show to go to tomorrow. Something really cool happened this week as well in the shop. I got to meet a listener. Gentleman drove all the way down from I think Buffalo area to come down to the coin shop. They were in town for their daughter's or stepdaughter swimming thing. It was cool. They stopped by.
You get that happening more than anybody I know.
It was cool. We got to
How
hang
many
out.
people come and stop in? Although since I started working in his shop, it has started happening.
Yeah. We got
On
pictures
occasion.
taken together. It was fun. It was nice.
It is. It's always cool to meet the listeners.
I love
always cool.
I love that.
I want to know what kind of person is possessed to listen to the two of us.
I'm still trying to figure that out, but so far from all the ones I've met, they seem pretty normal. So
we do. That's amazing part.
I guess it's just like, regular old coin nerds like us.
Yeah.
That's why I've been starting on my reels, all my little videos I've been making. I've started them off, "Hello, fellow coin nerds." Like that's
That's like your intro.
That is. Hey.
And we have had some very, very solid luck with our short videos that we've been doing this week, and we plan on doing a lot more of them.
They're just fun to make. I did one today about sticker dollars.
Yes, you did.
Numismatic billboards. Like you can literally do all sorts of fun stuff. See, there's Taffy. Taffy right there says, "I love the reels you've been doing." Ron Dorwin, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everyone that's joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
So we're going to give about another 5 minutes here just to hang out with you guys, and then we're going to fire this dude off. Hopefully everything works. Hopefully I don't push a button and everything stops. Speaking of pushing a button, I'm going to go ahead and start recording so I don't forget.
That would be a good idea.
I've done that before. If you've probably never seen it because I play it off pretty well, But there have been a couple of episodes where we get about 20 minutes in, and I totally realize that we haven't been recording any of this, and I a little panic comes across me. Taffy coins, did you guys get the coins I sent you yet? I have not gotten them yet, Mike. Have you?
I have not received the new English coins. No,
With the giant ears, the ear
Yeah.
coins, full
that's
full
what you're
ear.
calling them.
Hey, if they're fully struck, does that mean they have full ear?
You know,
Come on.
I, for whatever reason,
Come
am
on.
having a problem with YouTube, so
Well,
I'll just assume it's me.
It's up. I can see it.
Yeah,
It's got
like
the
I
wrong
said,
title, but I'll fix that later. We're talking to Taffy. Taffy's on YouTube. Obviously, it's up.
I know, that's why I was very interested and why I kind of gave up on the fact of seeing him in there.
Well, no, Taffy, we have not received them yet, so hopefully we get them soon. I cannot wait to see the majestic King
the ears
Charles
may be
ear
slowing them
in
down.
its majestic beauty. Yeah, maybe the ear is causing drag on the
The
flight
ears
over.
are slowing him down.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Oh.
I actually, we talk about those in the news tonight.
Oh, well, then I'll say
we have Coin Show podcast news.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have something new coming their way shortly.
Yep, I'm stoked about that.
I am stoked about that too.
Anybody that's in my local area, though, I will be at the Muncie Coin Show tomorrow. It's at the fairgrounds in Muncie, Indiana. So if I will be there. My Jack is setting up with me at the very first coin show.
Nice.
I'm taking some of my other guys with me. So, but yeah, Jack gets his very first badge. So I'm gonna have to steal it. So and hang it up because that's like proud papa moment. He's been working in the office a couple days a week. He is chief penny sorter and trash collection specialist. That is his positions.
Sounds like a title.
Yep. Everybody in my office has a title, but yeah.
Not all of them are polite.
12-year-old Jack is trash collection specialist and chief penny sorter. So
it sounds like young Jack is well on his way.
Well, he bought his own St. Gaudens the other day with money he saved.
I saw that. So
he's
another proud papa moment.
Dude, kid's blowing me away. He's gonna be an absolute beast if he keeps this stuff up. So, anyways, I won't dote on my child all that.
And while we're talking proud papa moments, I'll take one myself.
Go for it.
Today is my youngest's, Jamie. It is his 20th birthday.
Oh, Jamie, happy birthday. You got one more and then you hit the fun birthdays.
Yeah, whatever.
You can take him out on
He's a
next
good
year?
kid.
Good.
Of course.
Yeah, of
whatever.
course. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Tequila shots for everybody, right, Mike?
Sure.
Oh, there you go.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's fire this thing off. You ready, buddy?
If I don't make him throw up, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, here we go, guys. Let's do this. Live coin Q&A. Hey, thank you. It says, hey, Mike and Matt, really enjoying the shorts. So there we go. There we go.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Countdown coming in hot. We're going to fire this thing off.
This is the Coin Show Podcast. A podcast about coins and coin collecting from the perspective of both dealers and collectors. Hosted by two guys with a passion for collecting and a combined experience of over 50 years in the coin industry. Here's Matt Dinger and Mike Nottleman on the Coin Show Podcast.
And this is episode 214 of the Coin Show Podcast. I am Mike.
I am Matt.
And welcome.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight.
On this here particular episode 214 of the Coin Show Podcast, we will let's see. We have our coolest thing.
Yeah.
We will talk about some of the stuff that's going on around our shops and some changes for the podcast. Not changes, just new stuff coming for the podcast in general. We have a request of our patrons.
Okay.
But first, before all that gets started, you've been waiting for it. Here it comes. The news. The news is sponsored and brought to us by Breath Mints, making the world a better place since 1869. Breath Mints.
Breath mints, yeah.
We have breaking news, man.
When news breaks, we fix it.
Well, no.
No?
3 amazingly rare coins crossed the block this past week at Heritage.
I saw these. This is
And
really
by
cool.
amazingly rare, I mean unique,
Yeah.
as all 3 of these are the only ones known.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, this was a, let's see. There was an 1870 S $3 gold.
Do you have a story for this, or are you just throwing this at me? Because I don't have
I'm sorry you did. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it. Okay. It's okay because this is the only one that I added since last week.
Well, then it looks like it didn't update. So I'm just going to come back to our beautiful faces, and we're going to start that part over so that I can edit all of this out. How's that sound?
I'm still going to do the story.
No, that's
So
fine.
here,
Do
let's
the
give you-
story. I'm just going to sit here like this.
Well, here, let me give you a link.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
And if you're going to do all this editing, I might as well give you a link. And then
Okay.
you can
Yep.
share the
Yep,
story
shoot
with.
Fire.
Let's see.
Oh, see, this is the joy of live shows, guys.
Absolutely.
Live shows.
Let's see.
You can. How are you sending it?
There we go. Chat.
Just finish this one.
There you go.
Okay, let's see. Is it in the old Zoomy or where'd you send it?
Yeah, Zoom chat.
Zoom chat. Hello.
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 That'll give you the story.
Let me close that.
I think I might have just given you the wrong one.
I swear if you gave me the wrong one.
It's a good dude.
Nope, it's good. Trophy rarities, including 3 unique U.S. coins. All right.
Okay, good.
Hold on. Let's slide this over here. Bam. Okay. Well, sir, let's just fire that right back off from. I'll just play the news over again. We'll just.
Well, I can start from a cold news open, and then we can
Okay. Fine.
edit that because it'll be easy. Because right after the music, you cut and we go.
Go.
The news is brought to us by Breath Mints, making the world a better place since 1869. Breath Mints.
I certainly use them myself. That's for sure.
I'm grateful to anybody and everybody who does. 3 amazingly rare coins crossed the block this past week at Heritage.
All right.
And by amazingly rare, I mean unique,
Well, that certainly seems to be about as rare as you can get.
as all 3 of these are the only ones known. So, in this lot, there was an 1870 S $3 gold.
Yeah, that's a unique coin.
So it sold for $5.52 million.
That seems cheap.
There was 1870 S half dime. This one is MS64 PCGS.
Wow.
3.12 million.
Again, seems like a deal. Just a screaming deal.
And an 1873 CC, no arrows, dime.
Huh. That's cool. I wish I had
Yeah.
pictures of these darn things.
And this is $3.6 million.
Wow. So
There
multiple.
are little blue links in that thing. If you click on them, you'll actually go to
I see. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
their in Heritage.
I see. So this is the 1873 Carson City MS65 dime, and it sold for how much, Mike?
Sold for $3.6 million.
Wowzers. That's a big coin.
Yes,
And
it is.
And it doesn't look like a terrible coin. It looks actually pretty nice.
No, it looks really nice. It has, I mean, the images are really, really nice. They show nice luster.
Yeah.
This one has pretty good strike. I'd say 65 is probably a good grade. I'm a little puzzled at the 1870s halftime only getting a 64,
Yeah, it's a little flat. It's got a couple little flat spots you can see in the images.
but it's the only one.
So,
Who are you grading it against?
other half times?
You're not supposed to grade across the series, I thought.
Well, but I mean,
What then? Why is the 1933 Double Eagle is 65?
I just saying, friend.
It's cleaned.
This coin obviously has a little bit of what I would consider to be wear. I mean,
I just want grading services to be consistent. I don't think that is.
Yeah, and then let's check out the 70S $3 gold piece. And this is this is in a specimen holder.
Right. This allegedly is the Cornerstone coin.
Right. That's what I heard.
Well, I mean, they say that, this and the halftime are both unique coins, that the only one that they made was, in the Cornerstone. Now, my buddy, partner in crime, Russ Bega, says to me that, it's interesting, but when you think about assay, they had to make 10 for assay.
Yeah. So potentially.
Right. Are they unique? Are they not? That's always been the argument. So, I mean, because I've just been very black and white with it. It's like if there's only one and the one that was in the Cornerstone and you have one in front of you, it has to be the Cornerstone coin.
Right.
And at least he gives a plausible argument for how it may not be.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's very interesting. I like how it's 893 engraved at the top. Do you see that?
Which one?
The $3 gold piece, the 70S.
Oh yeah, you're right. 893, and it's still specimen 50. Well, it's specimen, and maybe that's why they went specimen on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 893. So it actually was a little short of assay.
Yeah.
So there you go. That may be your clue that this is one of the assay coins.
Well, yeah, they probably assayed it, and then it was short, and they melted the rest of them and kept this one. They probably made 10, but 9 of them went back into the pot.
Yeah, and somehow one of them escaped.
Well, yeah, sure. Interesting. Very cool.
And as to something Taffy was talking to us about earlier, the Royal Mint has unveiled the new 2023 coins bearing the portrait of His Majesty King Charles III. This also marks an end to all of our sexualizing of the Queen.
I never, ever did such a thing, my friend.
Oh, no. We never called her a hot babe.
No, that was all you.
She was. So these are going to be the first to feature His Royal Highness, and they are memorial commemoratives for the late Queen. Now, I have a theory.
Oh, boy.
Charles and this kind of soft transition that they're doing, because if you notice, they didn't do the typical British transition, right? Where you continue making coins of the dead monarch until the end of the year, and then the next year you just start making coins with the new monarch, period, end of statement.
Right.
But Elizabeth was actually pretty popular.
Well, yeah.
And I have to say, I don't believe Charles is.
He's got some weird hands. You ever seen his hands? They're strange.
I don't think it's any of the, I really seriously though. I think that there are a lot of Britons that believe that, they would much rather see his son.
Right.
As the king. And I just see this as kind of being an uncomfortable transition. And so I think that they're kind of doing this soft transition because of that, so that he doesn't tend to be as compared to his mother, or even to his eldest son.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it's still kind of, he's still the monarch, and he's still, His Majesty.
Huh.
Just in theory.
Yeah. Huh. I'm fairly certain I'm glad we don't have a monarch.
Oh, I'm absolutely glad we don't. And with the new coins comes the new currency.
So I like his portrait on these better than I like the coins.
Oh, absolutely. But I think it's the forward facing look. It just kind of looks more.
There's still a whole lot of ear on that thing too. Boy, howdy.
Yeah. I mean, look at the where the watermark is on the 50 and on the 20. It almost looks like a giant ear.
I think that was done on purpose.
I mean, they don't have a sense of humor.
That's funny.
So unlike the coins, which will be minted immediately, the new banknote designs will most likely not enter circulation until mid-2024.
Okay, so they're really taking their time on those.
Right. And unlike notes of the past, there will be no recall on the Queen Elizabeth notes. the polymer ones.
I was going to say,
mostly,
didn't they just switch to the polymers not too awful long ago?
right, and there won't be a recall on it for mostly environmental reasons,
Yeah.
but perhaps popularity will also play a part. You know, the notes of both monarchs are expected to circulate together.
Well, that's kind of cool. That's not bad.
Canada has issued a 2022 morning toonie.
Oh boy.
Morning.
I don't have that either, friend.
My. Okay, so this is World Coin News, and honestly, it is a really short, sweet story, but it shows.
Oh, I found it. For some reason, it's way out of order. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
You just got an old version of the news.
Well, you gotta let that stuff sink up, friend.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, this special coin with a black outer ring was minted for the Canadian citizens as Her Majesty's death in September triggered a national sense of loss for this popular monarch.
They're cool. I want to get my hands on some of these. I just think they're neat looking.
I think this is going to be a very popular coin, and they're done making them.
How many did they make? Did they say?
I don't know. They didn't say, but they only made them from October until.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what kind of mintage number they have because they're cool looking with that brass middle ring and then the really dark outer ring. It's kind of a cool contrast.
It is. It's a very nice contrast, and the brass part is still brass. So
yeah, totally.
It's really sets it off, and it's just a really nice contrast. Meanwhile, underneath America's hat, 2023 Bessie Coleman quarter dollars are now in circulation.
These are cool. I like this design.
Oh, I love the design. I'd like to find some of them.
Well, you gotta be patient, friend.
Look, I still haven't seen any Anime Wong quarters here.
You know what? I actually saw a couple of those the other day.
So the way the Fed circulates them has changed, and the sheer volume the coin moves in now has seemingly changed, just how available it is to the average Joe.
The market is getting saturated with quarters, my friend. They're making so many new ones that they have to
I don't think that's the case.
I don't know. I bet it is.
We'll see, because mintage numbers will tell the story of that.
No, the Mint has never been one to coin less. They just like to store them.
Yes, but there still has to be orders from the banks for the Fed to order them for them to make them. There is actually a pull.
We'll see. We'll see.
And we will see. But no, I agree with you. I do like this design. I like the fact that they've been so flexible with this Women on Quarters program.
Yeah. I really like the stylized font that they went with for her name. It's kind of cool.
I like the quarter dollar being, along the top rim next to United States.
Right.
I just like the whole thing.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It kind of reminds me of the Tuskegee Airman quarter, which also was really cool looking.
Right.
So yeah, no, I perfectly agree with you. But I just think that them changing to the ballistic dumpsters has changed the availability of these.
That's entirely possible.
Colonel Steve Ellsworth has made one of his visions come to life.
Oh, yeah.
So the first International Money Exposition will be held in October 2023 in Nashville, Tennessee. This new show, to be known as IMEX, has been made possible through the efforts of Colonel Ellsworth and others to end sales tax on coin, currency, and bullion in the state of Tennessee.
Okay.
This opens Nashville as another centrally located venue for numismatic conventions in the U.S., which are increasingly popularity as they tend to draw a more national pool of numismatists than venues located closer to either coast.
Huh. Well, yeah. I mean, centrally located shows are always good. That's why Chicago is such a great show.
So if they can move a little bit further south, Nashville, I think, is going to be better weather in the early year and late year.
Yeah.
I think Indy's a perfect place too.
I wish they would bring a big show here. They keep making excuses. They wanted to, but what do you do?
Now, how about Kansas City?
Kansas City would be another great place.
Kansas City would be another great. And all of these are nice central locations where people from both coasts can make it.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Turning now to world coins, and I mean world coins, as I don't think that these are really legal tender anywhere. The Pobjoy Mint has introduced two really rare pieces that feature the Antarctic blue whale.
I was looking at this story, it's pretty darn neat, really.
I'm glad you think so.
I'm not buying one, nor would I ever recommend anybody ever buys one, but I think it's neat looking.
Well, I mean, this has just absolutely minuscule numbers.
Yeah, sure.
And probably still won't have a demand. It'll probably have an even more minuscule demand. 999 blue titanium 50p coins are going to be the world's first for this metal. And that's a really small mintage.
Blue titanium, huh?
Yeah. But there's also a sterling silver version.
Yeah,
that's limited to 175 pieces.
I like the blue titanium for the blue whale. That's kind of cool. I mean,
it's interesting, but see,
I feel like we do this every news. It's like, yeah, that's cool. I'd never buy it, but it's cool.
Well, see, it kind of goes along with you going, yeah, it's cool. I like it. I don't think I'd ever buy it. And me sitting there going, well, I'm not really sure it's necessary. And look, I thought the niobium coins were cool.
Right. Again,
they were purple and they were turquoise.
Right. It's thinking something's cool and then actually slapping down your whatever these are going to cost. Probably what, $100 for the blue ones. Slapping down your $100 is a different story. So,
but
that's the way I look at it.
Okay, but I mean, still, this is like this doesn't have a design on it, much of anything. It's like it's Her Majesty on the one side and a blue and a whale.
Hey, okay, man, don't hate on the whales. Don't hate on the whales.
Look, I think that even at 175 pieces, they're going to have a hard time selling them.
I bet you're right, but don't hate on the whales.
The Royal Mint released the designs for the 2023 commemorative coins.
All right, let's take.
So among this year's themes will be His Majesty's 75th birthday. Didn't we just do that? The life and work of J.R.R. Tolkien.
Okay, so that's not bad.
100th anniversary of the inauguration of the Flying Scotsman.
That's good for those train nerds.
75th anniversary of the arrival of the Windrush generation.
Not sure what that is.
The 75th anniversary of the National Health Service.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah, I wish we had one here.
You're not kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of scrolling through the images here. I like the Flying Scotsman one with the train on it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like the Flying Scotsman as a train.
It's a locomotive, yeah.
Right, but it's called flying.
It's flying because it's going fast. It's not flying because it has wings.
I think Harry Potter.
Oh, well, that's your problem. That's your problem there, friend.
Well, that's where they said it all.
Yeah, okay.
Expectations got to be met.
Oh, boy.
And finally, in the news, the Central States Numismatic Society is innovating.
Yeah.
So 2 new areas will be added to this year's convention. In addition to adding over 100 more tables on the boards. So the first of these 2 areas is a wholesale dealer-to-dealer area where wholesale business can be conducted uninterrupted. So that's your dealer-to-dealer sales. Don't have to worry about, people coming up asking you to look at their wheat scent.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be good. I know a lot of guys are going to like that.
Well, see, here's the thing. It's a double-edged sword. So it may sound really good, but I can see, while I see an advantage to that area, I don't know that some shops will have the coverage, and so they won't use the area.
It's hard to say. I think a lot of the guys have had tables in the regular Bourse area that will go to this area now. I know I could tell you, and you would never have heard of any of them. I could tell you a lot of dealers that could care less to deal with the public at these shows, but they take tables anyways because they need the space. So Those will
No,
be the
you're
guys
right.
in that area.
And there are a lot of people that just walk the floor, and they'll have an opportunity to do business in that area as well. So
Right. Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. I'm actually interested to see how that pans out. I just sent my paperwork in for my table at that show, so I will be there.
the second thing is that they are going to have a lower priced budget economy area on the second floor.
I saw that as well. That's interesting. I'm not.
Now, this could be genius because it creates more involvement.
Yeah.
And we'll have a better traffic flow because less overall concentration of people at the show.
I don't know.
So areas that are dedicated to help with known issues, at major shows.
Yeah.
What?
Well, no, that's it's something that's going to be helpful, useful, I think, for sure.
I hope so. I just read it funny and I didn't even understand what I said. So I had to look at it.
Basically, they're having a separate little room for people that have lower end items.
Yes, it's going to be upstairs, and the tables, as I understand, will be discounted up there because it's going to be just a lower end venue. And you're going to have a lot more of the beginners, a lot more of the people with their wheat cents and stuff like that, which is great. I think that, it's like, so what? It's two-tiered. Who cares about that? It's more people and it's more dealers and it's more stuff and more.
The show's already big, so why not?
Yeah, let's just make it bigger.
Heck yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So that was the news. And the news today was sponsored by Breath Mints, making the world a better place to be since 1869. Breath Mints.
I love that. So what's let me play a
bump.
You're listening to the Coin Show Podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nodelman.
That was an eventful news. I enjoyed it.
I felt different writing that, and it seemed to be very lively and bouncy, and I just had a good time.
Hey, can't go wrong with being in a good mood, buddy. I'll tell you what.
No, you certainly can. So let's see. What do we got going on? I mean,
have you guys been absolutely hammered lately? Because we surely have. I just wanted to ask.
It comes and goes. It seems like when it rains, it pours. It's like we will sit there with nothing to do for hours, and then 5 people will come in all at once.
We had stuff on the counter all day. We opened at 10 today. We did not have an empty second without a customer in the office until 4:30. So it was a busy day for us.
I have sorted through more wheat pennies in the last week and a half than I've ever wanted to in my entire life.
Well, and I think gold cracking through 1900 for us is what did it, because that's all I bought today.
24.
That's all I bought today was gold and silver Eagles. That was it.
Silver breaking 24. Do you have the new 2023 gold Eagles?
No. I don't buy that new stuff. I don't have anybody asking for it. My people, my customers don't. They want to pay as small as premium as possible. They don't care what year it is. So
that's good. Yeah, we'll be getting our silver Eagles next week. We don't have them yet, but we have the gold ones.
Yeah. The gold. It's funny. The gold ones always seem to come out a little quicker.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because they just have to deliver less of them overall.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I really think that's what it comes down to, because it's like, I didn't really think about it until somebody pointed out to me. It's like on January 1st, when they actually deliver the silver Eagles, it's like they don't have to deliver a couple thousand of them. They have to deliver several million of them.
Yeah,
so it's like just Briggs truck after Briggs truck after Briggs truck filled with monster boxes.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you had a couple of things you wanted to cover. You said you had an announcement.
Well, I have a request for the patrons.
Okay, request for the patrons. Let's do that first.
The request to the patron goes something like this. Because we really want to cater to you guys in any way that we possibly can.
Yes.
Because you allow us to do the things that we do.
Absolutely.
So all we want is just your requests, your ideas, your thoughts on things that you would like us to cover that we don't currently do.
Okay. That's easy.
You don't have to think about how we cover it or anything like that. We're just kind of looking for ideas. Right now we started doing shorts, which has become a big thing.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to work towards a 3 to 12 minute
video format,
kind of medium video as well. and then we have these as the long format stuff. So we're really trying to create more different types of media for other people.
Yeah.
And in doing that, I had an idea that, one of the things that we never have covered is clubs and organizations.
Right.
And so it just so happens that the millennial numismatist, Russ Bega,
Yeah.
my buddy, he's really into clubs. He is the president of his club in Indiana. He is, I forget, he has some affiliation with the ANA. And so he has agreed to come on, and he is going to talk to us about clubs and organizations and what's going on in the club scene.
So he's agreed to come on and join the Coin Nerd family, which is us.
He is joining. Well, he's already in the Coin Nerd family, but yes, he is joining the Coin Show podcast as a contributor.
Yeah.
From the club scene.
So we're gonna call it the club scene too. It's gonna be great.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's like you get that beat, that bounce.
I gotta find some music,
and we'll just sit there and do this.
We'll make an intro. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. But if you have news about your particular club,
I had the best.
Send it to us, Mike at CoinShowRadio.com.
I just had a light bulb go off in my head, though. Have him dressed like he's getting ready to go out to the club and like holding a drink in his hand, talking. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
You can have fun with the concept. I was telling
it's going to happen.
I was telling him that there was an old traffic segment on one of my favorite radio shows. And what they did was they used the name of an old convict, and they had this kind of beater car sound.
Okay.
And you hear the tailpipe dragging, and he would be giving the traffic report from, his car. And it was a great bit. It was called Hit and Run Traffic. And, it was just, so you can have a lot of fun with bits. It's where you take them.
That's funny. Well,
anyways, so yes, so we will be bringing him on and creating more new content and more new angles. So like I said, send me your club news and your club events.
Yep, let's do it.
Like at CoinShowRadio.com.
And I'm going to keep hammering those shorts. I've been sending out 1 or 2 a day. Mike's been sending some out too, a couple, a day, and so those are fun. I love doing those things. I don't know why.
And if you have ideas for shorts that you'd like to see, absolutely, please give them to us. Basically,
shorts.
the theory that we've been going at it is it's like just look for something cool in your immediate vicinity. So this last week featured a video with Matt's desk and my desk.
Yeah, it was like I was just sitting there like, I wonder how many coin dealers' desks look like this. And then I thought about all the coin dealers I know, and I was like, all of them. So, all right, buddy. Well,
mine was just as bad. So I'm catching on.
Are you ready to get your butt kicked?
Oh, it's never going to happen.
Baloney.
Not with this stuff.
And now for the coolest thing to walk in this week. A competition segment between Matt and Mike to see who's had the coolest thing walk into their shops. Who'll win this episode? Let's find out. Matt? Mike? Who's got the coolest thing?
I am going to let you go first.
Why?
Because I don't want everybody to just tune out when you start talking about what you got.
Oh, they're not going to, because I find it's going to be quite the opposite, actually.
Bring it.
So I bought a super cool, rare American coin this week with a mintage of 100 pieces, none of which were available to collectors. Tell me how you're going to beat that. You're not.
We'll see. It's all up to the listeners.
We bought a 1903 Jefferson gold dollar, Louisiana purchase, and it is an NGC proof 61. So this is a Kamem coin from the early Kamem series in proof. Do you know how rare that is?
Yeah, the proof ones are really rare, right?
They're stupid rare. This coin was made to give out to dignitaries and politicians who helped support that particular cause, the Louisiana Purchase Exposition. They were never, ever available for sale to collectors directly. You could not buy one when they were minted. You could only be bestowed one of these by the people that were running the Louisiana Purchase Exposition. They had a
Also
vintage.
known as the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, right?
It was. I don't know if that would be what I would call it. It's just called the. Excuse me. It's just called the Louisiana Purchase Exposition. I mean, it was in St. Louis,
It was
but
1904,
yeah.
and I think that was the 1904 World's Fair.
Okay, but this coin has a mintage of exactly 100 coins. They made many thousands of them in uncirculated, which were available to collectors. And if you recognize this design, that is probably what you recognize it from. But the proof coins themselves, again, exceedingly rare. Just almost unobtainium. I've never even seen another one, so I was happy to buy this one. And actually, I shipped it off today to CAC to see if they're going to put a sticker on it. So we'll see what happens.
And while, it is very rare, it's just a medallion. I mean, it's just a gold medallion.
Excuse me, it's a gold dollar coin. It has a denomination.
I understand it has a denomination.
You're really reaching.
As mine. Oh, I'm not reaching.
Oh, yeah, you are Kamehameha.
But that's not him. So
I know.
Okay, so now let's move on to mine.
Okay.
So I have an entire set from dollar down to dime.
Okay.
And also the cent. So in 1847, cents were made for King Kamehameha III. They were struck by a private firm in the United States, and included in this set are one of those. They have kind of a proof-like surface to them, but I think that might just be damage from when they were made or from when they were mishandled.
Yeah.
But in 1883, dimes, quarters, halves, and dollars were struck in Philadelphia.
That's right.
By the United States Mint for Hawaii. So these coins display a bust of the King David Kalakaua.
Bless you.
Yeah. And the sizes of the coins match those of the United States exactly because these were made on U.S. blanks.
Yeah.
So the Hawaiian coins were, kind of unusual denominations. They were valued the same as their U.S. counterparts. Now, the interesting part about this is that there's a story that goes along with it, and that the current king at the time was not Kalakaua. It was David. Can't remember.
Oh boy.
Okay.
David.
So David Kalakaua was the name of the king. Anyway, so after he had died, it was the next ruler. He was afraid of being colonized, as many of the young nations the small nations oh man, I am really losing it.
Should I just switch back to mine real quick?
Wow, that hurts. No, but I'm talking about a lot of the island Pacific. Thank you. A lot of the Pacific islands, they were being taken over. They were being colonized. They were being grabbed by all sorts of national powers. The Kingdom of Hawaii was really deathly afraid of that, and because they were afraid of it, they decided that if they had their own coinage, they would be much less likely to be seen as a nation that could be colonized. And so they approached the United States Mint. They went to the director and went to the Philadelphia Mint, and they minted these coins for the Kingdom of Hawaii.
How'd that work out for them?
They ended up being part of the United States.
Yeah.
They were annexed in 1898. So these were made in 1883. So, they had 16 years apiece.
Yeah, they had a good run of it. They tried. Jeez.
So,
wow.
So that
dark. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I crapped the bed on that one. But anyway, so I think that these coins are really they're actually very rare. The ones that we took in had unfortunately been cleaned, and they'd all been cleaned like recently, like within the last month.
Oh no.
And there were a lot of them. I mean, there were a lot of them. And so they kind of look like they have shipwreck damage on them now. which I can guarantee you were not shipwreck damage. It's probably more like comet damage or something like that. Yeah. But still really cool coins, and a theme that you just don't see all that often. I mean, yes, you'll see gold dollars here and there. You'll see a McKinley, you'll see a Jefferson uncirculated,
but not proof. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I had
but I don't know the last time you saw a complete set of Hawaii coins. Hakuna Matata.
All right. Well, we're gonna post up a poll on Friends of the Coin Show on Facebook. If you're not on there, you should be, because then you get to help decide who wins. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I'm fairly sure I'm kicking the crap out of you.
I think you're ahead by like 2.
Yeah. Well, it'll be 3 after this, I promise. Burn. All right.
It's all fun, folks. It really is.
I enjoy just being able to pick at Mike a little bit, because I never get to.
Because for a while the shoe was on the other foot quite badly.
Yeah, that's right. All right, buddy. Well, anything else you want to talk about tonight? Anything else we need to do?
No, I mean, just, I want people to look for our shorts.
Yep.
You'll see our shorts. Look at them all over Facebook and YouTube. Give them a like, give them a share. We'd really appreciate it. And if you think of any, type of subject that you'd really like to see us cover.
And I was thinking about this. I have never been into like the Twitter, the sharing my every thought of every day. But when I sit down at my desk at my office, for some crazy reason, I get that eye, and I start looking around, and I'm like, okay, what can I share today? And I've never wanted to do that in my personal life on any kind of social media, but I found it to be so much fun, and I'm having a blast. So if you guys like it, that's all that matters. I'll keep doing it. Mike will keep doing it.
You're bringing Matt out of his shell.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's fairly simple to do. I'm a social butterfly, but maybe my social media shell, maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Well, Mike, why don't you start rattling off that beautiful speech of yours you give? And we'll say
okay, so we would like to thank everybody who helped contribute to the show, all the producers, our growing staff, and our new marketing director, Leanna, for helping take care of some of these new things that you see. If you have ideas, we want to hear them. Mike at coinshowradio.com, Matt at coinshowradio.com. Give us a like on Facebook, on Instagram, on Ticking the Talks.
Anywhere you see our content, just if you're so inclined, just give it a like.
Just give it a like.
Yeah.
It'll help get more of it to you, and it'll help us to make more.
That's right.
And other than that, I pretty much packed it in today. I think I need to lay off the martinis at lunch, and we will have a much better night.
I like Martini Mike. He's the best.
Yeah. Well, he's not spicy Mike. No, that's for sure.
Martini Mike. We're gonna have to start making olives.
No, we still need sweet Matts.
Yeah, that's true. Sweet Matts. All right, buddy.
For the Coin Show, I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
We'll talk to you next time on the next episode of the Coin Show podcast this month.
Oh, yeah.
In January 2023.
For sure.
So long, everybody.
You've been listening to the Coin Show podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nodelman. Tune in next time when the boys bring you another exciting episode. You can find them wherever you get your podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, on our website at www.coinshowradio.com. You can also join our private Facebook group where everyone sees every post. Just search Facebook for Friends of the Coin Show and ask to join. If you'd like more, you can become a subscriber on Facebook or join our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thecoinshow. If you sign up at the $5 month level or higher, you'll have access to exclusive content on patreon.com on the off weeks, including the Not the Coin Show podcast. Thanks for listening to the longest running coin podcast in the world of numismatics. This has been the one and only, the original. This has been the Coin Show podcast.